Okay, let's try something new, huh? So, this episode's gonna be a lot different. It's just a little more serious of a topic to myself. I don't know. But, no. Try a little harder on this one, make it sound a little better, make it look a little better. I won't record on the 2006 headset. I also got some more subscribers, I just realized. So, I was in school, and we were doing a entrepreneurship thing in my high school, and, we were like, hey, let's talk about YouTubers that are famous, and we went to Social Blade, and I'm like, hey, I should go check out my little channel here. And I found it. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then my teacher's like, hey, does anyone else have a YouTube channel? I'm like, oh, I have a real small one, and I found it here on Social Blade. And she's like, oh, that's so cool. And then she just pulled it up and put it in front of the screen at school. And, you know, I got some probably pity followers, right? But we'll see how this goes. I was kind of scared because I have some videos I wouldn't want her seeing, right? But pretty cool all in all. So this one, I'm just gonna be talking about, like, not liking who you're associated with and not liking how you are, right? Like, so I have a pretty tight-knit friend group. We've been eating lunch together since, like, 8th grade, and it's been a good couple of years now, right? Back in junior high. And we would just, you know, always kind of just shooting the wind and talking about, you know, just dick jokes, right? If you're a Blink-182 fan, you listen to, like, their live album, the Enema Strikes Back, right? That one, it's a lot like what we talk about. And, I feel like I'm getting, you almost get tired of it. It's the same in and out. But they're good friends, right? Like, I just literally went to the Nitro Rallycross with one of them in Utah here. And I met Travis Pastrana, pretty cool. But, even then, it was just still kind of the same thing, right? I'm not sure if it's burnout or if it's just I'm growing up, maybe? I don't know, a little faster than Blink-182, but I guess we'll just see. And, like, I really like them and stuff, and it's just, I don't think we can quite achieve what I want to with them, but at the same time, it's all I have. I'm not the most outgoing, not the most social. I'm kind of stuck with what I have. I can try, but I don't quite succeed, you know? As sad as this sounds, like, I don't know, also, like, you can't quite be yourself, right? I'll change back to that. You can't quite be yourself. That's why I chose the background here of Genshin Impact, because I know that friend group right there, if I talk about this game with them, I'll get bullied almost, but it's all in a friendly way, right? But it's, you know, it's how you guys talk. Like, if you're a guy, you know this. It's like, oh, dude, you're that stupid. You actually do that? Like, oh my gosh. And it's all like that, right? It doesn't ever change. It's all the same. And, like, I do it too, right? Because that's the group. Like, I can't talk about the stuff I like here, and that's why I chose this game, because I did bring it up one time, and I got my earful of, you know, of that game's anti-community with you know, them. You know, that's why I chose this. And, like, I want a friend group where I can be myself with, you know, and I can't with that group, right? And the groups that would accept me for who I am are the kind of groups that I don't like. I'm in a gray area, right? Like, like, I don't know, I like this kind of games and those kind of TV shows that, you know, anime themed. And if I go hang out with those types of kids, you know, I'll be the outcast, and I'll be completely locking myself from getting anywhere. And we'll get anywhere within the school. And, you know, I don't want that. And I don't think I would associate with them well. I've met a couple of them, and we just, you know, are not compatible. We're not same thread of pitch, as I would say. I just can't really get with them and talk with them and be myself, because I'm just a very in-between person. I guess there's probably more people like this, you know. I'm just looking at through my eyes because I'm me, right, and no one else. So I bet not everyone could be struggling with this, and, you know, it's possible. But for me, it's a little harder, maybe, or maybe I'm just, I have enough resources here to talk about it. You know, it's all odd. You know, I just can't associate with them, and I can't be myself with these guys, and I can't be myself with those guys, you know? Like, as sad as this sounds again, like I'm going back, there's a show I really like called Clannad, and yeah, it's an anime. It's one of my favorites, and one of my favorite shows of like all time. And the main character, he's kind of an outcast like me in the beginning. He, you know, doesn't have his place to fit. And he's just one good friend that helps him. And I can kind of feel that with my friend groups, but I have like one good friend that I don't let him see the other side of me. He's not part of the main tight-knit friend group that I have. We've just been together since like 6th grade, and we talk about most anything, but I still can't be myself around him. But either way, that show has a character like him to me, but except they just know everything about each other, not even reserved at all. And I can't find that. That might be just because of where I live, but who knows. But either way, just he eventually just gets more friends, and they're just open, and they're really good to each other, and really like each other. And they can just say whatever they want, and they meet up and have fun and do things for each other. And here I am in my friend group where, you know, you kind of get made fun of if you are not with them. You know, you're against them if you get made fun of a little bit. And like I know how I like the toxic relationship thing. I don't think it quite fits that, but it's like, it's for fun, not actually, you know. I'm sure that one of my friends here might know or might watch this, so but yeah, I'm kind of losing my train of thought, but yeah, that's kind of why I chose Genshin, right? Because I'm kind of just trying to show who I am, and this is one of my favorite games at the moment. I really like it. I'm a free-to-play player, you know, struggling. Like I haven't spent any money on it, and that's why I chose Repose from Nier Replicant. That's a really good song. I'd encourage everyone to play that game, Nier Replicant, and Nier Automata, or Nier Gestalt if you have it. That's just Replicant, but a different character, same story and everything though. And if you have the resources of a PS2 and a PS3, get Drakengard and play those. They're awesome. Like I am fully invested in the Nier series. I have the book right behind me on my shelf. But, you know, again, a very sad song, and I feel like this song always plays after you almost committed atrocity. I don't want to spoil anything, but you kill someone in this game that probably didn't need to be killed, but you think you're in the right, but you kind of are and kind of aren't. And this song plays, and you just slowly walk out of the city. Like for me, it didn't fit the tone to run. You had to just slowly walk out of the city and live with what you've done. And again, it plays when you lose someone super close to you. And you can't even bring yourself to run in the game. You slowly walk. It's like that song, Boulevard of Broken Dreams by Green Day. I really think that song here relates to that. Yeah, I don't know. I like in Clannad, the main character, he finds he finds some people that you wouldn't guess he would be able to associate with, right? And he gets to know them really well, and they become very good friends. And I feel like he's very open. Maybe I'm just not open enough, right? But I, again, just don't think I can quite find that. I don't know. I have had some chances to meet people that would be more accepting, right? In my ornithology class at my high school, I studied birds. I sat next to this girl. The kind of people I feel like I could talk to, right, are the ones that are like her, have purple dyed hair and wear all black, and have she has a dragon bracelet thing that goes up her arm, not just on the wrist. Kind of weird, but like, you know, those are the kind of people that I feel like you could talk to, and they wouldn't be judgmental, right? Because they're braver than I to go out and look like that. you know? I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just been rambling, but it's the time on this, 10 minutes, 9 seconds. I feel like I had more to say, and I want to have more to say. I don't know, it's a real hard time, I guess, for me, but I don't know. Because I bet even if my friend group here that I currently do everything with, right, if they see this, I doubt things will change. They might be like, oh, sorry, dude, I didn't mean it was like that, and then we'll just go back to being ourselves. It's not like anything's gonna change. And I kind of, I guess I'll touch on that, just like, it might just be a Utah thing, but the kids that like watch anime and everything, I think everyone does, but if you're open about that, you're at risk of getting bullied, right? Not even bullied, because our school doesn't do that, right? Like, they're very strict on that stuff, and Utah doesn't bully. But it's more you get outcasted. You're not gonna be able to you're not gonna be able to talk with anyone. You're not gonna be able to be with them. You know, you're not gonna have friends. You'll have some of the people just be like, hey, can I get in a group with you? Because no one else wants to, or my friends already have a group for the project and I need someone. And that's about the most interaction you get. I've seen it, and I just had to kind of participate in it, because it's either, you know, you join or you die. You know? So, I don't know, like, and I'm sadly very into it, and I can't even say it by the words I use. Like, I'm saying sadly, but it's just something I enjoy, so why should I be sad about it? I'm gonna have to start being more outgoing, and then I'm gonna just do it to myself, but I don't want to be in myself more, so maybe it's about time. I've had a patch on my backpack that is Yui from K-On, but in like a Scream, like the Scream post or painting that the guy will wave, you know? It's her instead of him, and I don't think anyone can notice because it's so distorted. But you know, I'm very into that community, but not openly, you know. I have the entire Citrus manga 1 through 2 on my shelf, hidden behind my Nier Automata book, and behind my Final Fantasy VII book. And I have the entire K-On books, all of them. I think it's like 1 through 8, and then K-On College, I think I have. But yeah, all of them. I haven't read through them yet, but I plan to. And again, like Citrus, like that one, even if I wasn't with those guys, I couldn't talk about. But I really enjoy those books. I plan to get number 3 when it comes out in November. I'm got it scheduled. I'm a real big fan of Salvatore's. And, you know, I don't think I could be open about that book with anyone. And I have a 2B figure from Nier Automata on my shelf. And, you know, I'm a little more open with who I am at home, but just in my room, you know. I'm not even telling my parents or anything about this. You know. It might be because they're Mormon. I don't know. I'm hiding it, but, you know. Hopefully I am. I'm not sure if I even am at all. I don't know how this audio is going to sound. It could just be trashed because I'm holding up my phone this time and not using the 2006 MLG headset. And hopefully I can email those to myself or something. I can get it to the editing software. Yeah. And okay, here's another problem too, is I'm very in those communities, right? The anime and all that jazz. But I'm also a very big fan of not that, you know, the exact polar opposite. You know, I have Batman, the Dark Knight on my shelf, and I have, you know, jets and planes, models of those in my room, you know, AH-64, A-10, F-117, SR-71, F-4 Phantom, and I can't remember, but the first Fokker Wolf of the Red Baron, that biplane, not the triple wing, F-18 Hornet, and like BMW, a mouse tank from World War II, the 2 built that, you know, the freaking movable fortress that got nowhere. You know, like I fit just too many categories almost, I feel like, where you're gonna, no matter what, have to have shut half of yourself in there, you know? you know. Okay, well, at least I'm gonna join the Air Force. If you couldn't tell by all the planes I have, I want to join the Air Force when I'm out. And I'm not sure about my specific Air Force, but actually I am. But the Air Force, they always say are weebs, right? Like the Army guys won't talk to them, and the Marine guys won't talk to them, but Air Force guys are a little more open like that. And I know so because I follow the Roy Hill Aerospace on my phone, and they just keep you up to date on what the Air Force is doing here. And they had a new like commons room and they're like, hey, we'll have the Air Force people, like they're like the pilots and the crew and everything, they'll all decorate it and paint it themselves. And there's I haven't seen the movie, but from Spirited Away, they have the guy with the white mask and black cloak, they have him painted on the wall. So you know, and like I guess that makes the rumor true if they're a little more like open, a little more weebs, right? And like all my friends, whenever they hear me playing music, I'm always playing Blink-182, you know, like Voyeur or Mutt, you know, I'm playing the Enema of the State, Dude Ranch, Cheshire Cat. I have a bit of Dogs Eating Dogs. I'm a real big fan up until Tom left. So, you know, I have all this stuff, right? And like when they're not around, I'm listening to like Hatsune Miku, you know? I've got a lot of her songs from Cosmo and Deco 27. Just to prove my point. And like I have a My Chemical Romance shirt or jacket and a Blink-182 shirt, and that's what people see me, but I can't wear a Hatsune Miku shirt to school, and I can't buy one. I'm not going to. You know? I really am a big fan of racing, right? Like F1 I watch all the time, MotoGP and Rally, WRC, Rallycross, like I went to the other day. And I also watch Super GT, which is a really cool one, and my favorite team is Good Smile Racing. And they got that huge Hatsune Miku on the side, like my car that I've been racing in the other 3 episodes of the show, or other 2, and then the one I had a Hatsune Miku themed Porsche. And you know, I wanted to get one of their Good Smile shirts, and I was going to, but they actually sold out. I was just gonna have to suck it up and move on, and with that shirt and wear it out, and hope for the best. But it didn't work like that. And like right now, I have a model of their 2021 car for the Suzuka circuit coming to my house. It ships forever though. It's gonna arrive in April. So, yeah. I don't know. This might just be me complaining and you know, bitching, but I feel like no one ever talks about this, and it's something that you always like hide, you know. And I feel like we should just bring it more to the forefront. Like, why not talk about this kind of stuff, right? It might just be a Utah thing. Who knows? You know. And like the way I dress too. I wanted to bring this up, right? I always just wear gray or black jeans and whatever shirt I can find, and I like some colorful ones, like a super bright colorful red Vans one and yellow shirt that says Japan across it, and like a neon blue Yellowstone shirt I got in Yellowstone, and a couple Hawaiian shirts I wear, and some really ugly tiger ones that I have. Whenever I find an ugly shirt, I'm like, oh, that's awesome, just grab it. But if I were to dress a little more myself, I would again be kicked out of the group. I'm not gonna be like over the top gothic or anything, but you know, I look a little different from how I show. And I don't know why, but like I'm embarrassed of the way I am, right? I think it's just because that's what is acceptable is not what I am, right? On my watch, I have a Garmin, and you can put a custom image for the background. And I had a character really. Shinshimiya from Love, Shinobu, and Other Delusions, from that scene where she realizes the main character doesn't love her, and the sticker falls off and falls into the ground of her heart. I had that like background on my watch, and I got called out for it, and I promptly changed it. And you know, I was embarrassed, even though it was a character that I loved and from a show I loved. You know, now it's Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. Not much better, but more acceptable. You know, it's a picture of him from Advent Children fan art. And like that too, fan art. I don't know why, but I love fan art. Like my background is Noelle from Genshin Impact, and before that it was Nier Automata fan art, and before that it was Nier Replicant fan art, and before that Nier Automata fan art. It just goes back like that. But and I got called out for it again. And I for a while I had a Hatsune Miku as my background from it's like a little like thing of a for her from a diner, bright and neon. That's like one of my favorite things is the neon colors. And I got called out for it, and now it's just a really dark image of Noelle fighting a rune grader, and you can't make it out unless you know what the game is. You would not know what it is. So it protects me. You know, I can still have what I like, but it protects me. And I don't think that applies to many other areas. I don't know. It's a lonely life, because I think that My Chemical Romance says this best, and I think it was in the end, the song. It's just, if you look in the mirror, you don't like what you see, you can find out firsthand what it's like to be me. I kind of like that, you know, because I want to be something different. And when I look in the mirror, I see who I am to everyone else. And that's not what I want to be, right? I think, like, adults, they can just get over this pretty quick, right? But they're also not trying to be social outcasts. Like, my parents don't usually hang out with friends anymore, you know? My mom, I don't know when the last time was, and my dad every so often goes mountain biking with his, like, 5 or 6 friends, and that's, like, once a month, once every 2 months. For me, this is supposed to be my day-to-day. So I have to try a little harder. And he might be hiding stuff too. That's why I say you have to just hold in, you know? Like, I guess I'm really rambling, but like, I have a bass guitar, and the reason I played is from reading and watching K-On! And I really liked how Mia made it sound. So I got a bass guitar, it looks just like hers, but except not a Fender, it's a Squier. Or not a Squier, what am I thinking? Or no, it is a Squier, yeah, I was wrong, okay, wait. But it's like a replica of hers, but except I'm right-handed and not left-handed like her. But looks just like it. Mine's a 60s jazz bass, hers is a 60s jazz bass, but hers is a rare left-handed Fender that's like $4,000, and mine's a right-handed Squier, which is the low end of Fender that is, I think, at most $300. So, yeah. I am who I am, but not to everyone, and it's different to everyone, right? I don't think even like the anime kids I've talked to, I've even opened myself. I've just played the game of opposite side of the field so I could recover need be, and if they say anything, you know. I don't know. I don't know how to end this one, huh? I don't know if I could talk more, but high school's a fair beast to tackle, right? But you have to. I we should just be able to be who we are, but like, for the people that are brave enough, they set it, you know, and they divide the groups, and you have to pick. And do I want to be able to have friends, or do I want to be the outcast that only can associate with the anime kids that are, like, not very strong in numbers, right? But only, like, you know, my friend group, I can count them on one hand how many friends I have. You know. And like again, if you want a girlfriend, you're gonna have to play one of the fields, right? You can't be both. I don't know. I guess I just thought things would be better from the shows I've watched, but that, I guess, leads you to misconceptions. I have a pretty mean Jeep, but that's not helping anything. I don't know. Like Kanye's grandmother said in Nier Replicant, you know, death is the best cure for stupid. I guess I'll just have to wait for that.